Hi guys, welcome to Storiieswecarry podcast.
Episode 2. Welcome to the episode 2. Thank you so much for the support. We see you on the socials, on TikTok, Insta, and YouTube as well. Thank you so much, family. We really appreciate it.
Yes, guys, thank you for the love, the likes, the shares. Keep sharing, keep liking, and keep commenting, guys, because we have hot stories and hot topics here. So, welcome to episode 2. As usual, we are your hosts. I'm Dzidzai.
And I'm Panashe.
Yes. So, girl, tell me, how was your first month in Saudi? Your experience?
Okay.
As an expat, maybe we can just say, both in SA and Saudi.
Okay. Let me start with SA. For SA, my first days were quite okay. I had family there, so I would go visit my aunts and my uncle. I remember the first few months, my husband would go back to Zim. And whenever I would go back to Zim, I would go to see my aunts. They live in Mpumalanga.
Okay.
So I would get my combi, then go there. Every time because I was scared of being alone, of staying there alone. So I would always go there. Then, he would go there like constantly. So I started to feel like the fatigue of constantly going to the
traveling. Yes.
Yeah, and in the midst of it all, you also have something else that you're doing.
Yes.
I was actually doing my master's then, so I had assignments to keep up with, lectures to keep up with, and the constant back and forth wasn't the most
now training you.
Yes, girl. So this one time I just decided, you know what, I just have to be that independent woman, and stick it out. Nothing could happen, what's the worst that could happen? I said my silent prayers, then I stayed, and I got used to it. Then eventually he would go, then I'd stay. When he came to Saudi, I remember I stayed in SA for like 4 months.
Alone again.
Alone. This time I was really, really alone because he wasn't coming back anytime soon. Then I was actually going to go to Saudi and be with him. So my best friend came for a month. She took a whole month from Zim. From Zim.
To be with you.
To be with
wow,
me.
new friends out there. Shout out to her.
She came for a whole month. It was the best time of my life. You don't know it until it's over that you'll never do that again. We would wake up, drink, eat, and repeat. Wake up.
It was a routine.
It was now a routine to wake up and say, Panashe, don't you want some wine? And I'm like, girl, it's not even 10. Then she said, it's 12 o'clock somewhere in the world. It was just fun then. Then when I moved to Saudi, my husband and I have this thing that when we went to SA, he's the one who went there first. So he's the apartment hunter. He's the nester. He's the one who starts the house. Yeah. Then I'm the mover.
You came and everything is already in place.
It's in place. He sends me the links. Do you like this place? And he's always has me in the back of his mind that Panashe really like it. And I'm the one who has to move, like from wherever we are to pack things up. Then I follow. So when we did that in SA, it was tough for me. I had my his younger brother. He helped me move and stuff like that. He was really helpful. Shout out to him. Then I went to Zim, and those I used the buses.
Yes.
The buses, those what are they called? The Malaicha.
Yes.
Those Malaicha showed me flames, girl. They showed me flames. They were charging exorbitant amounts. Guys, just tell us in the comments, how do you feel about those charges that they do? And that story that they say, and Zimra charged us. Zimra, is it really Zimra or it's just them wanting to make money?
I think it's just wanting to make money.
Yeah, I ended up going there with my dad's driver. He's in the military, so I was just like, you know what, I just want you to go there and show a serious face. When you show a serious face, tell them I want everything, all my stuff right now. And
you really had to find someone to stand up
do that for me. Because those guys,
because I'm sure them looking at you, they're like,
this small girl, what can she do to us? They'll be nonchalant. They don't care what you're going to do or what you're going to think about that. So when I moved, that was it. I had to move to Zim. When I moved to Saudi, you know that mandatory thing that moms do, like you might be grown, like in your 30s, in your 40s,
but mothers will always be mothers.
Who always mother you. She was like, Panashe, takura zvinodziya. I had this big jacket. You're just going to show a video of me leaving. You can see the jacket that I had on. It was like a big jacket, and I didn't know that Saudi is this hot.
Yes.
So when I was going to get my stuff on the carousel and meeting your husband and my husband by the airport, I didn't realize it was that hot, because inside it's ventilated, and they do the air conditioned. It's air conditioned. So when I went outside, that's when I was hit with this. I don't know how, I can't even explain it. It's like you're being suffocated. It's like it's the worst heat I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the heat that you experience on a heat wave type of afternoon in Zim back home. But it's the normal heat at 2 a.m. in the morning this side.
Of which I think in Zim, like what we used to complain is heat wave. It's around 30 degrees. Yet this side it will be.
It's like, a normal day. It's the perfect weather that you actually wish for.
Yes.
Yeah, because on a normal summer day in Riyadh, it could go up to 48. Yes. You won't even be able to touch your phone. You know that thing that iPhone does.
It will notify you that your phone is heating.
Overheating. It's stopping to charge. It doesn't want to charge until it has cooled down.
Hot.
It's that hot. So yeah, I would say the heat was the first thing I noticed. The people were nice. When I went to the counter to do that picture thing and the
fingerprint thing.
Yeah. Yes. The lady was actually nice. She said, I know you from somewhere. I know you from TikTok. Then I said, girl, it's not me. Because I wasn't even on TikTok. But I guess she was actually, you know, sending something into the universe so that we start this podcast.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Then I came here. It was not as bad as I had imagined. Then the first 3-4 days, I was cleaning up outside on the balcony.
In that heat, girl.
In that heat, you know how husbands are. He cleans, but not as perfect as you'd want it.
And you're like a wife. I want to put my house in order. I'm now here.
Yes, you do that thorough cleaning. The first thorough cleaning, ladies. I went by the balcony to do the thorough cleaning. Then this gust of wind just blew. You know those desert storms and stuff. Then the balcony door closed on me, and it doesn't open from the outside. My phone was inside on my bed. I couldn't call out to anyone
to help you.
Yes, I was shouting by the balcony. There's a fellow sister I saw. Then I called out to her, but she ran. She ran. My sister, if you see this video, please, you should have helped me. You should have helped me.
She ran.
She ran with her life. Then I think because Saudi is so conservative, if you know Saudis, they mind their own business. They will not give you the time of day. I was calling out by that balcony. And mind you, I was wearing my short shorts. I had just woken up just so that I clean and jump into the shower. So probably because of the way I was dressed, no one could actually look at me or even give me attention.
Yes, because of the way you are dressed.
Yes, and the like customs, and culture. So I ended up, there was a guy who came. I think our house is directly under a tree. Like there's a tree, like one of the very few trees in our streets. And thank God for that, because that guy wanted the shade. And he was on his lunch break, I presume. He was drinking his water. Then I just asked, brother, can you please come open for me? Because my balcony door just locked. Then he went the other way. And mind you, it's like my first couple of days. I've never went out. I don't know
for you to know which side is he supposed to come.
Yes, I don't know where the door is, because obviously my recollection, I came during the night. And he went the wrong way. I couldn't even stop him because I didn't know it's the wrong way. Then he said, I don't see a door. Then I said, try the other side. And if it was me, the red flag in me would have said, why does this person live here and she doesn't know where the door is?
Exactly.
Yes, but you know what? He's good.
He came. The guy was God sent.
Yes, he was. He didn't ask any questions. He just came. He opened the door. Then, lucky enough, I hadn't locked the main door like I usually do. And I remember you actually came.
Yeah,
and she rang the door, but I didn't even hear you because I was outside. Then he just opened the door. Before I could even say thank you, he had ran out. Yeah, he had stormed out already.
Like running away from those situations where maybe you'll be accused of something. Like, why were you in that house
with a married woman?
With a married woman, what were you doing in there? Considering the fact that women and men are not allowed to.
Yeah, especially if you're a married man. Yes. With another married woman, someone else's wife. It's one of those countries where women are. People say they are being abused or something like that. It's not like that. They love their women that side. I've never gone to the mall and found a woman pushing the stroller. The husband is always pushing the stroller.
If there's the husband, it's always the husband. Yes. Even if it's the baby, it's always the husband carrying the baby.
Exactly. And I'm like, you will never see this in Africa.
Yeah, it's always the ladies in Africa. Mostly, mostly. A few men in Africa would do that.
Yeah, but this side, and it's so family oriented. I have a friend who stays here, and she was like, the first thing that she sold me to come here, she was like, my nini, as in
a young sister.
You know what? It's the best here because it's so family oriented. I don't have to worry where your bamkuri is. Because I know he's always by my side.
Always by my side.
Yeah, unlike when we're back in SA, bruh, I know by Friday I'm going there and my husband is going the other. He's always going to see his friends and stuff like that. But here, it's all family. We actually see fellow Zimbabweans like when we go to parties and stuff. How about you? How was your first month in Saudi?
My first month in Saudi, yo, guys, if I tell you, it was not nice. Imagine a scenario where you're coming from a big house, and when you arrive in Saudi, you get into a studio apartment.
Wow, and you are used to so much space.
Like ever since I think ever since I remember, I don't know, ever since I have never stayed in a
small space.
Even when I got married, we didn't start with a small space.
Okay.
So I was like,
will you manage?
What is this? And you know, as African ladies, we want to clean, push everything. Like, with this small space, I manage? How? And at the same time, I have a toddler. Wow. The playing space is now small for her. How will I manage this kid? How?
And how would she play? Like, how would she? Yeah.
So when we got here, the heat. The heat.
It's the first thing you notice.
The heat, yes. The heat is the first thing that you notice. And you know, when we came at the airport, like, I don't know what is it with I can't really say people in this country, but they were like looking at the toddler.
Like, they love kids.
Yeah, they love kids a lot.
Yeah, they love kids.
Hi. Blowing kisses to her.
And like, the toddler is a drama queen. She loves attention.
You know? Hey.
Yeah, she loves
and the
attention.
next thing she'll be like,
giving them hearts
now, you know. And I'm like, what are you doing? And it's like, it's our
How old was she
time.
then?
She was 2 years something.
Wow.
2 years, 6 months.
So young.
She was young. And I'm like, girl, why are you doing this? Like, because of what we are told or what we hear before we got here. It was like, maybe you're not even supposed to do anything funny.
To interact with
and
them.
And this kid is now doing
the same thing.
Then I'm told, my husband called, when you get here, don't look at people. It's not allowed. Don't look at the ladies. It's not, I'm like,
but that's the surprising thing. the ladies this side, they actually want to look at you.
You
like
see?
They are all about eye contact.
Exactly. But when I got here, when I was coming, I was told don't look at them.
But I think it's to do with the men. Like you can't.
The men are not allowed to
look
have
at the
eye
women
contact.
like that. Yeah.
But then I'm a woman, and he told me not to. But they're now looking at me and they're talking
to your toddler.
To my kid. What should I do now?
Yeah.
So it was like something else. Then we got here. My husband came. We got delayed in Qatar. So we got here in the morning.
Okay.
When we got here, the first, I got so emotional at the airport. Like looking at my daughter. When she saw your dad, she cried.
Why was she crying?
Like he was too far, but she saw that that's my dad, and I was like, "See, dad." She just looked at him and started crying.
Why?
She cried, and I'm like, "What's going on? Go to dad."
Run.
As he comes towards us,
she was screaming.
It got worse. Like she didn't even want to stand. So I lifted her up, but she was crying.
That's so touching.
I got so emotional. Wow. And I realized even the dead, it was not okay.
You guys hadn't been separated before?
Ever.
Oh, like that's why.
It was the first time for me and him to be separated.
Wow.
Because we got married 2019 December, then 2020 when we started staying together in the COVID era.
Oh, so you were always together.
COVID. It was me going to work, coming back home, and he was working from home. So we were always together. And even if when COVID was over, he was working from home. So he was always there with us.
Okay.
This was the first difficult 3 months of my life, guys, because I was so used to having him being around. Yes.
Okay.
So we got out, and my toddler was in those leggings. You know, we have the leggings, we have our jackets. Then we got out.
The heat.
I felt like my skin is peeling off, guys. Wow. It was so hot. I was like, is this?
This is it.
It's like, it's not even hot.
Really?
Like, dude, what do you mean? Then we got home where we used to call home.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was like, oh, this is what we are saying. And I'm like,
this is not it.
What is it? What is this?
So do you have any funny moments in Riyadh? Anything that stands out to you in particular about your first few months?
My first few months, the first 3 months, they were not that bad, because the first week, he was showing us around. We went to the shops to look for clothes.
Yeah, clothing.
Which cover us. Yes. But like, this clothes which you brought are not allowed this side. So we have to look for something else. Then taking the kids to the play area.
Yeah, they have such a vibrant night culture this side. You wouldn't miss like being home, like, they actually start being vibrant during the night. Because during the day it's quiet. You won't even see a cat outside, guys. You won't see any animal outside or people roaming around the streets during the day.
Because of the heat.
Yes. Then they actually go out like later on and they don't sleep.
I know. They don't.
But their malls are so nice. They have a vibrant mall culture, going out culture. There's a plethora of food to try out.
Yeah, if
you're
a foodie, restaurants. They have
you'd really enjoy it this side. And they also have this thing that they do, like they like actually celebrating their culture with other people, with expats. Exactly. Yes, they did Africa Day celebration. My first, I think that was my first.
Our first
going outing together.
Our first
outing. Yeah, it was quite nice. They had booths for different
African countries. Yes,
you eat different African countries'
your
food.
culture.
We also insert a small video of us, dancing at the at that event.
Saudi!
they really take their time to put in the effort to make you feel at home. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They really do. But well, then my first 3 months, I got sick.
Really?
I remember one day we were just like walking. We wanted to go to the mall. So my husband said, let's just take a walk, then we'll get a
cab.
So we walked from the opposite side where we are staying, coming to where we are now staying. Yes. Then I reacted from the heat.
Sun. Yeah.
Then I ended up now having boils.
Wow. It was that
ended
bad.
Up being operated, guys. Imagine in a foreign land, going into theater for the first time in my life, in a foreign land.
Country. Yeah. How was the experience for you, like being treated? Yeah. Like how was the health?
It was perfect.
Really?
Trust me on that one. And when we got there, like, oh, shout out to the Zim community, guys. They really, really did a big job.
Really?
They were there.
They were there for you.
They were there.
They showed up.
Yeah, they came to the hospital to see me, calls, texting. Then the hospital I was admitted, the anesthetic doctor, I don't know that word, yes. He was a Zimbabwean.
Really?
Yes.
You see, guys, there are a lot of jobs you can do this side.
When he was given the papers, he then said, no, this is a Zimbabwean name. He came to me, are you Dzidzai? I said, yes. He introduced himself to me. It was my first time seeing him. He was so nice.
Wow.
Do you know so and so? And I said, oh, yes, I know them.
Oh, he actually wanted to introduce you to other Zimbabweans.
Yes, and I said, I know them.
Oh, nice.
The husband and my husband work together, and I was like, okay, it's okay. I'm coming back, my sister. Don't worry, I'm in good hands. I'll make sure they take care of you.
Nice.
They really did.
That's really nice.
Trust me, they really did. And when I woke up, the Zim community was there, and shout out to that couple. I can't say their names, but shout out to them. They really did a great job ever since I relocated.
They've been your family.
They really made sure I don't miss home that much. Yes, it's not like I always saw them like every day, but just that phone call, because it was just me and 4 wolves and the toddler.
Yeah,
I would sleep late and wake up when my husband comes back from work. I'll be sleeping
throughout the whole night,
sleeping, guys,
and day.
That's when you start appreciating the people you had back home. You really, really appreciate them. Like, even if that person was boring,
you'd really miss them in that moment.
If that person was here right now,
it wouldn't be as bad.
Yes, but overall it was okay. Even
in comparison to like back home, have you ever gone to like was this a public hospital? It was a private hospital.
It was a private hospital. I think one of the biggest private hospitals in Saudi. Dr. Solomon Al-Bibi hospital. Yeah.
Okay.
I heard
we really have a long way to go, like in terms of technology, even the architecture.
Yes.
Yeah, we really have a thing or two to learn from
there. Yes. Yeah, we really do. And I realized even they can even ask you, are you comfortable being treated with a male or you want it? And they might ask your husband, and if he's not comfortable, they'll look for a lady
to treat you.
Yeah,
I remember when I went to, because when you do the Ikama visa, you have to do medicals back home, and when you arrive here, you do medicals again. I remember when I was getting admitted there so that I could do the test, I was actually in a sitting area, a ladies only sitting area. That's what they do this side, guys. Yeah, they are very culturally like staunch on about that, about their women being separate from the men. They really respect women this side.
They really do. But you know what it is? Yes, you know what it is, guys. You know, guys, you know. But well, they're really family oriented.
That's really what I.
Yeah, they really, really respect families.
Okay, in regards to the language barrier is quite it's quite it's something that's really hard to get over, because you if you from the past few days we've been wanting to say, like during our intro we wanted to say salam alaikum, like saying hi, and by that's the few things that
we know.
And now during the on social media a lot of people are saying that habibi thing. Yeah, we recently learned that saying yes in Arabic means ayewa. Yeah, of which in our language it means ayewa means no. So you see, it's really hard, it's really tough. But they do try, even at schools, like international schools. They try to teach the kids Arabic. If they write anything, even on the metro, on buses, even in hospitals, all their like flags and stuff, they are written in Arabic and English to cater for the expats, which is something that I really liked.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to share or let people back home know that about Saudi and your experience as an expat overall?
My experience as an expat so far, it has been good. Trust me on that one. Besides the heat, but it has been good. And I think I'll give more thumbs up to the Zim community because they really try
to make you feel at home.
Yeah, they really try to make you feel at home when you come the site. They really try. So I think high five to them, shout out to them. Yeah, they really try. Then the Saudis, they're nice. I haven't had any challenge so far.
Same. I haven't. Shout out to the Zimbabwean community. When I came here, the first time, the Zim community ladies took me out for lunch. It was nice. They had a present set out for me. That was really nice. And I got invited to a couple of birthday parties. That's the one time that you get to meet and they get to share, which is quite nice. I really appreciate the Zimra community. You know yourselves, ladies. Thank you so much for that. It was quite a nice touch. Then in SA, I would say if you do stay in your lane and you know places to chill, it's quite nice. Although people complain about the xenophobia and stuff, it didn't affect me directly. I would actually go to the buses with a couple of my friends. Sell things back home. I would go to the buses, pack my things. Shout out to Tina and Tracy, my business partners. It was nice. It was nice. And when you'd get into Ubers, you know, there are people like the drivers. If as a South African, you'd probably speak to you in Zulu or something, and he wouldn't realize that I'm actually not South African. Then I'd have to tell him, "Oh, brother, I'm not. I don't get what you're saying." But you do get it as a few words. One or two words.
Like I think that's one thing about the Uber drivers this side. Like when we always get in Uber. Where are you from?
Yeah, they're so fascinated.
Yes,
yeah,
they really want but they rarely mention Zimbabwe.
Yes, because I think they
don't know Kenya, Uganda, South Africa.
You have to find yourself explaining like for the 1,000th time. Zimbabwe is not a city in South Africa, guys. It's a whole country. There are other Southern African countries besides South Africa in Southern Africa.
So when you say I come from Zimbabwe, I remember when we went to Bahrain, the Uber driver said, "Where are you from?" And we said, "We are from Zimbabwe." And he said, "Oh, Mugabe."
That's
that one. He showed me that
at least he knows something.
He knows something. It's different from when you say, "I'm from Zimbabwe," and saying, "South Africa?" Say, "No, Zimbabwe." Then you try to explain where Zimbabwe is.
So you end up just saying, "I'm from Africa."
Because they think Africa is a country. Some of them think Africa is a country. So you can just say, "Yeah, I'm from Africa."
Then it's done.
Then that guy where we said we are from Zimbabwe, and they said Masakadza.
Yes. There are people from
Pakistan
and Bangladesh, I think. They really know Masakadza from the cricket. That's one thing that they know. And there's this time when we went, there's a hyper shop this side, something similar to Macro, I'd say, for South Africans. It's called Lulu. We go there and we buy our groceries and stuff. Then there was this small child. she kept on following us.
Yeah,
because of our hair. And you know,
the dad says she wants to touch your hair.
And you know, us about us, the black people in our hair, don't touch my hair. But you know, she was so sweet. We just let her
like
touch.
She kept following even
us.
after she touched. She kept following us.
Yeah.
I'm sure she really wanted to understand like what's going on
with the hair. How come you have so many colors in your hair? I think the colors are the main thing that fascinated her. Yeah, but overall, I would say my experience as an expat has been nothing short of amazing. I've learned different cultures, different ways of life, you know, besides just being confined to, I know Buyane Handal and you know, Robert Mugabe Street, you know, you now know like there's Dubai, there's the Burj Khalifa, there's Kaft in here in Saudi. Yeah.
So one thing that I learned with the site, or that people of this side take more, what can I say?
Something of like
of great value to them. Or what can I say?
Yeah, I'd say great value is a good word to describe it.
Do you think so?
What do you want to say then?
Okay, I think they take prayer very serious.
Yes, we had left that out.
They really take prayer very serious, guys.
Yeah, they pray 5 times a day. And the call to prayer was that's the other surprising thing. Like you hear it in the middle of the night. They sing some of it, you know, you now know the tune. You know
and even you can even pick that this is not the guy who called it in the morning.
Yes, this is another guy.
Yes, because we stay close to
I think every time, everywhere you are, there's a mosque nearby, so that it doesn't pass you by.
We even have 2 close by.
Yes,
we have 2. So that they really, and shops. Some shops will close.
Yes, some close. Some shops
prayer time is over. In as much as Africans, we say we pray, guys.
These guys pray.
These guys.
Yeah, the other surprising thing for me was Ramadan time.
Yeah.
The restaurants close. You can't be seen around chewing gum outside. It's very disrespectful of their culture. So it's something that to keep in mind when you come here during Ramadan. You don't, they take away the water dispensers even in the office. Yeah.
You're not allowed even to drink water in public. If you want to go and eat,
you go in your car or at your house.
You are not allowed. And I think that's something as well.
Yeah.
They really take that into consideration.
Their spiritual well-being is very important
to them. Very important.
Which is something that you tend to learn the side. Like it's something that makes you want to also do better in your spiritual life. Like if someone is praying 5 times a day, guys, what's stopping you from doing your morning and evening prayer?
That's one thing that shocked me. Like when the call to prayer rang, and you would see men, young boys, going to the mosque.
They run. They don't
walk. Africa, it's usually the ladies,
the moms. Even your mom on Sunday, you
wake up and you are ladies running to church in Africa.
And some of us, you know, it's instilled in us by our mothers on Sundays that everyone is going to church. No one is staying here.
So whether you like or you don't, you are going to church.
Yeah, but this side they don't have to push them. It's something that's instilled in their values. Yeah,
that's really something that
even the way they dress, the young girls also. In particular, they dress a certain way. You know, even if you see them covering their faces, you see the beauty of being a woman. Even when you're covered, you can still look pretty even when you're modest.
Then the other thing that shocked me the side was like we spoke about this side being family oriented. You know, when I got here. At the reception of the apartment where they have a reception. So when we got here, my husband was asked, "Is this like?" He said, "This is my wife." He showed him our passports and our visas. Then he was like, "Where's the marriage certificate?"
Wow. They want to know. Yeah, there are certain places that won't let you rent if you don't have a.
Yeah. So they really wanted to make sure this is your wife. When you started saying, you said you have a wife.
Yes, where's
is this really your wife?
The one you're saying is your wife.
Is this really your wife?
I remember my husband called the other time when he came to your house. Then the guy from your apartment complex called him on the side.
Yes.
And he said, do you know that this friend of yours stays with his wife?
Yes.
You are not allowed to go in there.
Go in there.
Yeah, they are very...
But the funny thing is, when one of our friends first came before your husband, he would come. Like, he came alone, he was a bachelor. So I was like, it's okay, I can just cook supper this side, guys.
Then you come.
When you come back from work, you come and eat first. He didn't have pots or anything. So I said, don't worry, until your things get sorted, I can
cook for you.
So he would wait for my husband
to come,
to go and take him. Then they come back
together.
Yes.
Okay.
So as long as the reception guy doesn't see my husband passing, even if he passes, but he was not there and he did not see him, no one is allowed
to get
go
into your house
until he is sure that
your husband is around.
Yeah, that's when I realized, they're really serious about it.
Then in restaurants, they actually have also that segregation, like ladies area. I hear in Dubai they can even fine you if you are a man and you sit in the ladies area.
For real?
Yeah, you pay a very huge fine.
The restaurant at the what is that mall? You remember where we went with the bus tow?
Yeah.
The U-Walk.
The U-Walk, yeah.
At the U-Walk, there's a restaurant where they'll say, this is the family side, and do you want us to close
the curtain? Really?
Do you want us to close so that you can really have your family time?
Yes.
Yeah,
alone.
So it's something that,
I guess when they have they cover their faces, it's for a reason. So when you eat, obviously you want to take it off. So I guess that's a good thing about the sectioning of,
but
like the segregation thing.
So good. Everything has been good so far. I can't complain.
Okay. Overall, we've had a good experience in Saudi, I would say. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to episode 2. We'll see you again next week, same time.
Yes, guys, thank you so much. So if you have any stories, don't mind sharing with us, even if you're in Saudi or in other countries. We are here to tell and to share your stories with you guys. So DM us.
Yes, DM us on TikTok, Insta, and also comment down below on YouTube.
Yes.
Leave us a like, a comment, and subscribe, guys. As usual, it's free. Yes.
Yes, guys, please subscribe.
Yes.
Let's grow this community, guys. Yes.
Thank you. And as usual, drop a flag of where you are tuning in from and where you come from.
Yes, guys. And thank you so much. It's bye for now.
Bye.